Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's your host Shane Gilfeather, and it is round 3 of the V8 League for 2024 from SimHaus. Tonight, the real boys are at Taupo in New Zealand, but we couldn't bring you that track in R32, unfortunately. So we are racing on the old classic Pukekohe, and it's going to be 20 minutes, 20 laps, and a 50-lap race because we're now hitting this just over the 1 minute mark. The boys have just headed in the qualify session, so we'll get trackside and get straight to it. Now, before we do that, we'll bring you the season standings after the second round, so you guys know who's up the front of the championship table. And it's Wayne Walker, the gentleman on screen from Hog's Breath Cafe from Wayne's World Motorsport. He's had a perfect run at 2020, and his teammate Alex Kiddis from Queensland, is currently on the second in the championship. Right behind him and doing very strong, and we have to give a shout out to his pet rabbit who just passed away, Honey Bunny. We'll feature that later on. But Paul Robinson moves up a couple of spots into P3 of the championship. Now, Craig Broadbent's not with us tonight, or he's late getting to the grid. He was still at P4. Scott Flack moving down a couple of spots after that 6-pointer from second round. Very disappointing. Good solid run, but just very unfortunate in a couple of spots. Cost him very dearly in that round, so he may actually need to drop that round for the end of the year. The guys get 2 drop rounds to keep themselves competitive in case they go on holiday or anything throughout the year. So Justin Bryce moves up a couple of spots too. He moves up into P6 for Team 18 or Service Australia, and he's looking very strong here at Pukekohe as well. Matt Collins been practicing very hard, putting the hard yards in, currently in P3. There he is on screen in the Monster Energy car. He's currently P7 in the championship, moving up a couple of spots. Eric Chandra from Indonesia is on screen from HM Engineering, and he's currently in P8. A couple of guys with drop balls there, Grant Petrillo and Will Devonish. They're not actually here with us tonight either, so they might slip further down the table after round 3. So with today's selection of tyres, it's the Super Soft, the blue banded tyre, which you see on Eric Chandra's car. And then we've got the white softs. So keep a lookout for those two. Although this track's going to be very tough on tyres, I don't think they'll make it even on the first race without hitting if they're going to run with those two. Then we've got the yellow hards and the wets, which I'm not really sure we're going to see here today because the weather looks pretty perfect out there. Alright, getting on screen now. It is qualify session for these boys. Eric Chandra currently in P6. But it's Wayne Walker up the top. 1-4 just improves his time by 4/100, making a solid start. 4 minutes to go. Good about Alex Kiddis. Scott Flack in the Super Pro. He's coming out of pit lane. This is pit exit, so he's posted a great time. Currently sitting on a 1 minute .690. Matt Collins, 1 minute 9. Very consistent with his practice, and hopefully he can show a clean pair of heels and give Wayne Walker up the front a run for their money. Very solid driving at Melbourne last round at the Australian Grand Prix round, and that's why he's further up on the championship table. We've got Braden Pritchard. Him too has been very strong with a lot of practice, sitting on a 101.3. He's been quite strong in practice sessions so far. Justin Bryce in the Taupo this round for the Trans-Tasman round. Currently in P7. Paul Robinson, there he is, his tribute to his pet bunny who recently passed away, so shout out to Honey Bunny. And if you look closely on the skin, that's his fur that you can see on the outside of the car. Sorry to hear that, Paul, and hope you do well tonight, buddy. And James Spotto coming on late into the practice session, already up in the P9, the top 10. Craig Stoddard out there as well, currently in P10 at the moment. Bradley Martin in the Caterpillar, inspired Mustang in P11. Andrew Chilui racing from Entertainment Park at Bankstown. He's in the Castrol livery there. Troy Jaslowski, our Queenslander, driving in the Cool Drive Ford Mustang, currently in P13, and Jamie Hemi from New Zealand, representing the Shelby Power Mustang, the number 11 Di Pasquale livery. Just coming to grips with the car and the track. He is a local to this track. He races real life in New Zealand and is part of a very well-known family in motorsport in New Zealand. So bit of New Zealand royalty there. David Baker in pit lane, yet to post a solid time, not too sure if he's getting himself ready for the racing itself. We do only have 1 minute 30 to go. These boys are out there by themselves. They can't see each other, but they can definitely see each other's race time. So they get a private practice session. They're out there by themselves. They won't see another car on track. So no distractions, no excuses. There are track limits here, so very strong. Got to keep within the white lines you can see on the side of the road. If we get a good lap, this could be Wayne's out lap. So if he comes and tries to do a hot lap, we'll get on board with him. We do only have 45 seconds to go in the quali session, but as long as he crosses that line before the checkered flag, then it's good to go. He can complete this. So we'll go on board with Wayne Walker. Looks like he's going to be going for it. Here he goes. On board with Wayne Walker as we cross the line. Top gear, top revs, backing it down, maybe fourth later on in the race, settling it down. Left, right, down in the second, getting in nice and tight, get on the gas early. It's just leaning on that outside tyre. So he gets it down the main straight, through the gears really quickly, a short ratio for the rear diff and final gear. He's up on his time. You can see the time on the top right hand side of his steering wheel. He's just got to hold this one together, really strong into the corner there, just tailing it all the way around up to third gear, still up on his greens, into the hairpin at the back of the circuit now. Nice sweeping left. He's got to come in tight here so he can get the change of direction. Just backing off a little bit, getting the rear of the car around, and off he goes, back on the gas. 0.17 up on that one. Watch the times. There he goes, strengthens his pole time with a 1 minute .233. Gets him on pole for race one. Alex Kiddas in second. Scott Flack in the garage. We'll see if anyone's out there. James Spotto currently in 10. Can he improve on the line? No, he sits there in P10. Then we've got Troy Jaslowski sit on track, crossing the line there, currently in 13. And he stays in P13. All right, so we've got 15 drivers with us for round 3. Just waiting on the drivers to get ready. They'll be back. Troy Jaslowski, the only one out on circuit at the moment. The other guys are getting ready for race one. It's going to be 20 laps here. And Alright, so stay tuned. We'll go bring you the results actually, just so you can get a visual. So there you have it. It's Wayne Walker on pole, Kidas in P2, then Scott Flake, Matt Collins in 3 and 4. Braden Pritchard holds firm in P5. Very solid times. Look at those times together. The top 5 all within the 1 minute lap time, and Eric Chandra. Then it's Justin Bryce, Paul Robinson, Bradley Martin, James Spotto in 10. Craig Stoddard in 11, Chilui in 12, Troy Kozlowski in 13, 14 is Jamie Hemme, and David Baker in 15. Alright, so we're going to go to a commercial break. We'll be back for race 1. Stay tuned. Okay, welcome back. Race 1, round 3. We are ready to grid up. The boys have been practicing for quite some time tonight, and now it's crunch time. Quick 10-minute quali, private session. The boys know what to do. Now it's up to them. 20 laps. We can see pretty much everyone's gridded up now. Revs rising, lights are on, off we go. Very quick start, very quick lights, and they're off. Alex Kiddis getting the jump on Wayne Walker. Will he try and tuck in front? Yes, he does. Further back, it's Scott Flack defending Matt Collins on the outside. Takes that line nicely. Spotto just trying to stay on in the background there. Hello, Bunny. Come around the outside of James Spotto here. There he is. This is battle for PA. Braden Pritchard just coming off the grass there. Oh, Spotto deep under brakes, almost getting caught out there. The Kiddas out in front, pulling a gap already over a second. Wayne Walker's got company with Matt Collins. He means business. These guys are all running softs at the moment. Super softs are not going to be strong enough for this 20-lap race. Are they going to conserve? Or is Matt Collins going to put some pressure on? Wayne Walker has been running with a clean pair of heels this season so far. Very much an accomplished champion. Currently the DUS V8 champion for 2023. The SimHaus champion's not actually here tonight, so Craig's not here representing. We're on board with Matt Collins, chasing down Wayne Walker. Oh, Braden Pritchard just out-braking himself at the back of the straight. Now he's doing his best to just rejoin, sliding back into P7 behind James Spotto there. Eric Chancher up into 6th place, and that's someone spun around. Who's that? Is that Stoddard? Oh, a couple of drivers here. Go back with Craig Stoddard. Chalui just on the outside and getting balked. Back live now, Braden still behind Spotto there. Everyone trying to tuck in behind down the main straight. Will Braden go for it? Oh, Kiddas! Just saw Kiddas spin. Let's go to the replay, see what happened there. Oh, he's hit it straight ahead. It's not the first time tonight. And not on the grass, trying to keep it straight. Oh, he's managed to do that quite good. Scott Flack getting through there. Now we're back live as Kiddas slots in front of Justin Bryce there. Matt Collins up into P2, still putting pressure on Wayne Walker. Then Scott Flack, Alex Kiddas and Justin Bryce, your top 5. Eric Chancher just outside, trying to put the pressure on Bryce from HM Engineering. So run down the back straight for the 4th time tonight. Starting to spread out now, but there's still a few little races going on. We've seen a few guys outbrake themselves at the end of the straight. Got little gaps here. Looks like Paul Robinson and James Spotto. Nice and tight Spotto challenging Paul Robinson into the hairpin. Nice and strong under there. Oh, and back further, that's Chalui and Bradley Martin. Caterpillar and Castrol. Chalui on the inside there. Oh, Martin's going to wash out there if they don't back off. Great little battle here. Down the main straight it is. We're on board with Chalui. David Baker already retiring after 4 or 5 laps. Oh, and there's Spotto making a mistake. We'll see if we can see Spotto just going wide there, hitting the grass. Oh, he almost held it. Alright, so we're back live on Justin Price. He's got Eric Chancher, Braden Pritchard right behind him. Our closest battle on field has to be the battle for P5, which is where we're at the moment. They're all spread out throughout the field. I can see in the background beautiful conditions here in New Zealand in Pukekohe. Braden almost getting up the back of Eric Chandra, challenging for P6 there. Great shot behind, watching Eric Chandra chasing down Justin Bryce for the midfield. Nice sweeping turns. In here with the gears, lots of sliding around everywhere. It's all about tyre management here at Pukekohe, very demanding on the outside left, the front left tyre. Braden Pritchard closing in on Chandra. What can he do under brakes here? Nice over the curves, gaining a lot of time there on Chandra. Chandra struggling to hold it back at the end of the straight, into the hairpin. Pritchard nice and smooth through that section, saving his tyres for later on, but up the front, Collins still within grasp of Wayne Walker from Wayne's World Motorsport out in front. Further back, we've got another battle. That is Alex Kiddes on the back of Scott Flack down the back straight. Scott Flack trying to balk and break the toe, but Alex Kiddes may have a good run. Scott Flack, the gentleman. Oh, just locking up under, getting into first gear. But Kiddes has held that quite nicely. Still on the back of Scott Flack as they go towards the back hairpin. Very awkward outside run. You've got to just settle the car down. The gap just over a second now, just flirting around the 1 second mark. Then we've got Pritchard and Chandra. Looks like Pritchard got Eric Chandra, and that's for P6. So if you're watching at home, tell us who you're cheering on, supporting, and if you can, watch it on the YouTube app on your big screen TV, ultra high definition. Chandra trying to get that spot back from Pritchard, not letting Pritchard get away. Got Paul Robinson behind, just watching. See whether he can make any inroads towards the end of the race. Maybe these guys are really wasting their tyres or conserving. It's hard to tell at this stage. We'll see with about 5 laps to go at where they are on track. So I've got Wayne Walker out in front, 3 seconds ahead of Matt Collins. I can hear James Spotto in pit lane as well, so he's gone to hards. He can't make them last, so that is probably due to not enough practice, knowing that those tyres were not going to last. Black and Kiddas are still behind 3 and 4. Jamie Hemme from New Zealand, he's rolling in a pit lane as well. So very awkward, or he's made a pit stop and come back out. No, here he comes in. Very awkward there. Very easy to get a pit lane penalty. Coming into pit lane, you go from 150 down to 40. Very uneasy to do. Plus, when you've got a roaring field behind you, not knowing if they want to pit at the same time, that's a huge risk. We saw a few incidences. We've got an incident in Sector 2, which has been cleared, so we're back on halfway through the race now. Hope you're enjoying the coverage so far. If you are, make sure you hit the subscribe and the notification bell. Make sure you stay tuned. And if you want to join us for the next race, head down to the description down below and check out all the information. You too could be racing with us on the next round. But for now, it's Black and Kiddas battling it out, and we've also got Chandra and Bryce. So I'm not too sure how Bryce got that far back. And Pritchard's back into P8 as well. Chandra making up a couple of spots there, and Paul Robinson, there he is. The ever opportunistic, waiting for his time. He's made one place at least, and it looks like he's got 2 positions in front to get in the next few laps. Paul Robinson, a few of the guys just getting out in the grass there. On board with Paul Robinson now, chasing Justin Bryce just in front. Settling down to second gear. Third for Paul Robinson. Making it nice and smooth. Making sure he's not going to burn the tyres on exit. So he might be having problems. On the right rear. Here he goes up the inside. Oh, is he going to get the job done? Gets the shoulders out. And he takes that position. Great move for Paul Robinson. Oh, has he given the spot back to Justin Bryce? Has he moved up the inside? I can't see side by side. They've got the left sweep, but then the right. Justin's going to try and get in, but he's not. He's going to tuck in behind. He's going to get a better run coming out of here. So Justin Bryce down the main straight. Here he is. He's got Paul Robinson in front, Braden Pritchard behind. Into the deep brakes. Can they control it through here? Who makes a mistake and gives the position to the other? But none of them do. They're very seasoned drivers. Been doing this for quite some time on the R Factor network. Just go up front because Wayne Walker's still dominating, opening up an over 6-second lead to Matt Collins in P2. There's Alex Kiddas and Scott Flack battling it out. Flack just running wide there, allowing Kiddas up the inside. These two are swapping turns. Using the curves to hook that car in. Down the main straight now. Top speed, just backing it off. 5th gear, just to get the car to rotate a bit more. You can see the braking markers only 100 meters, and then heavy brakes in the 2nd or 3rd gear. To go through. Scott also using 3rd gear there. Trying to go wide, use the wall. They're very dangerous out there. Eric Chandra still out in front, and it's Paul Robinson, Justin Bryce, and Braden Pritchard. P6, 7 and 8 there, still going strong. Stoddard settling into P9 at the moment. Chalui up into the top 10. Oh, big lock up from Braden Pritchard. He's done that again. See what happened here. As he goes in the pit, maybe it's a bit old there. So Braden coming into pit lane, unable to make those tyres work for him. 6 laps short. Will we see some other drivers come into the lane? But for now, it's still Scott Flack and Kiddas. Chandra looks like he's closing in too. So it's Paul Robinson, Justin Bryce. These two are still together. Oh, Paul Robinson just going long. Struggling again to get that car to pull up. Justin Bryce falling back into P7. That means Stoddard and Chalui. Here's the battle now. This is for position. Up on the inside. Will he get it done? Oh, from a long way back, the 2 green machines, but very safe. Great move from Andrew Chalui moving up into P8. James Spotto recovering from that earlier pit stop, back up into P13. Jamie Hemi struggling on the side of the circuit now. Oh, he's letting the car go. Still getting used to the circuit and the cars. In fact, it's probably his first night racing in these new V8s that we've got for this year, season 2024. They are the 2023 season. Oh, Kidas in the background, getting it wide. You can see him on the wrong side of the circuit. Will that bring Scott Flack up further? Looks like they're closing in on Matt Collins at the moment. 5 laps remaining. First race, we've got 1 race to go after this. It's a feature. We definitely will be seeing pit stops in the next race, and as well as this, which we weren't really expecting. But Pukekohe, a lot of load on the front left, requires some pit stops if you can't really look out for it. So I think Matt Collins is now just nursing those tyres. His last lap was a 103, so too was Alex Kidas, just in the 103s there. And Scott Flack Chandra in the mid 104s, further behind. Fastest lap of the race goes to Wayne Walker so far, and that's a 101.4. His last lap was a 103.6, so you can definitely see the difference in lap times when the tyres go off. But Wayne Walker still doing a great job staying out in front. Matt Collins just drifting through this section onto the main straight. Probably handling nice and easy for him now. He knows how to drive like this. Very accomplished driver. Very successful in his early karting career. He's got Alex Kidas breathing down his neck now. Watch the gap. It's 1.6 seconds. He's only got to survive 3 more laps. Can he do it? Scott Flack dropping off now. Those times of his really falling back. Almost losing a full second to Kidas in P3. Chandra coming in now, and he's got Braden Pritchard behind him. And that's Paul Robinson and Justin Bryce all down the back straight. They were together at some stage. Chandra managing to work his way through up into P5, and now he's just stretching that out. Although Braden Pritchard is coming on strong. And this will be a battle to the last corner. Oh, even as I say it, he's lost a lot of time on the outside there. Braden Pritchard saying, thank you very much, I'll take that one. Looks like Braden's got a better grip of the tyres. Oh, as I say that, the back off, and he spun. That's a long spin. Oh, straight in the front of Eric Chandra. You saw that live. Huge, huge accident. Just watch that from the outside. Pritchard. Just loose, and it's spinning out. And there goes the front splitter. So we've got Troy Lassie being lapped by Matt Collins. We have got 2 laps to go, so quick recap. It's Wayne Walker, then Matt Collins, Alex Kidas, Scott Flack in top 4, then it's Paul Robinson, Justin Bryce and Eric Chandra is trying to survive the last 2 laps. Unfortunately, Braden couldn't hold it and come across the circuit. Unfortunately, getting caught up in that one. Hopefully the car's not damaged that much. The boys do have damage on the cars. We saw Pritchard losing that front splitter. Very unfortunate. Now he's got no front downforce. He can't afford to come in and pit. He's just got to stay out there and do the best he can. It looks like Kidas and Flack are together now. Or was that someone else I was seeing up in front? Okay, so with a couple laps to go, Wayne Walker, Matt Collins, Alex Kidas, your top 3. We've got Stoddard and Spotto towards the back too. So here's another battle, and that's for P11. It's Craig Stoddard in the BS Motorsport Mustang. And Spotto in the Red Bull livery, chasing him hard. He's on the fresher tyres, so he should get the job done. He's actually on super softs at the moment. Actually, they're both on super softs, so it looks like they're both pitted. So they're quite level. There's not one faster than the other one. All right, so it's on the last lap. We're going down the back straight. Wayne Walker behind Brad Martin there in the Caterpillar Ford Mustang. Coming into the heavy brakes now. Wayne's World Motorsport on the windscreen. Hog's Breath Cafe, his long-term sponsor. Coming through the last final corners of the race for race one. It's been an exciting one. Braden Pritchard, unfortunately, DNFing. It's Wayne Walker crossing the line for race one. Congratulations. Dominant performance there. And that brings Matt Collins in P2. And there's Alex Kiddas right behind. And we've got Scott Flack coming on the main straight now to take P4. And that's Troy Cieslawski behind that is not for position. The next driver will be Paul Robinson, doing his pet bunny proud, Honey Bunny. And then Justin Bryce bringing home P6 ahead of Eric Chandra. And Andrew Chilui, after that great move on Stoddard earlier on, very solid P8. Racing from Entertainment Park at Bankstown, Andrew Chilui crosses the line for P8. Congratulations. That's Brad Martin, Troy Cieslawski, who's already crossed the line. So Brad Martin takes the honours. All right, so to recap on the results. It was Wayne Walker, P1, Matt Collins, P2, Alex Kiddas brings home P3. Scott Flack did well to stay in P4. And then it was Paul Robinson, very solid, collecting some solid points there for his championship. And that was Justin Bryce, Eric Chandra, Andrew Chilui, Bradley Martin, and Troy Cieslawski, top 10. P11 was Craig Stoddard, James Spotto, both making mid-race pit stops unexpectedly. And Braden Pritchard from as high up as P6, and but manages to take P13 ahead of Jamie Hemme and David Baker. Okay, so we're going to sort the grid out, come back for race 2, 50 laps, stay tuned, get a drink, and we'll see you on the flip side.
the speed, the history, and most importantly, the sound. It's part of the Bathurst 1000, and now it's part of your whiskey too. Aged to perfection with the sweet sounds of a roaring V8 pumping through each oak barrel. Like a perfect lap of the mountain, each sip will leave you wanting more. For the second year, Ned Australian Whiskey brings you the 2022 limited edition Sounds of Bathurst Whiskey. And this year, Ned have taken it up a gear. The boldest drink for the greatest race in Australia.
Okay, welcome back. Hope you've enjoyed your break, but now it's time to view the final race, the feature 50-lap race. The boys are exhausted from the chat during the break, and they're not sure how they're going to go for the remainder of the race tonight. Lost a couple of drivers due to time difference in the world, so we've lost James Spotto and Jamie Hemi from New Zealand. It's very late there. It's about 11 o'clock in New Zealand. So it's David Baker up the front with Troy Cieslawski on the front. Reverse grid. Off they go. Baker getting a great start off the front there. Chilui slots into P2. Cieslawski going wide. Stoddart going up the inside. Nice and calm through this first section. They all get there through nice and cleanly. It's a drag race now. Troy Cieslawski prefers to just let the guys go. But up the front is David Baker. Chilui Stoddart around the outside. Can he make the move done? No, he's going to have to sit behind Chilui. Oh, Chilui seeing a big flash of green in his rear vision mirror. Up next to Baker he goes. That's how close it is on the inside there. Oh, Stoddart's in there as well. Those two got together. That's Chilui up front now. Chandra up front by himself. How did he slip through there? He was almost mid-pack. And now the guys are jostling for position. Matt Collins coming through the field, already up into P5. Trying to sit behind Paul Robinson. Just slides in front of Justin Bryce there. He's charging hard. Wayne Walker still back in P11. He's going to take it easy. Oh, Stoddart over on, back on his all fours. Try and see what happened to Craig Stoddart. Went wide. He's got Braden on the inside. He's come in. Oh, and unfortunately just shut the gate on Braden. And we're back going live. Collins still on the back of Paul Robinson, trying to force the issue here. Getting aggressive. He wants to get away from Wayne Walker as quick as he can. Chandra's still out front. Oh, Bryce trying to get on the gas early. And it's the two teammates, Kiddas and Walker from Wayne's World Motorsport, up into P7 and 8 now. So Chilui defending hard. That's the rest of the squad trying to come in. Close in, watch him go up the inside. Chilui very strong under brakes there. Oh, late lunge from Paul Robinson. Not enough. Matt Collins is going to take one of those positions, just not sure which one yet. Up the inside, look how strong he is. Oh, how does he get that car around there so quickly? What a move from Matt Collins into the hairpin, takes a position, and he's now threatening Chilui. Matt Collins going through there. was making the pass on Andrew Chalui while we were napping. Oh, looks like Chalui just glitched out for a second and just disappeared. Alright, so we're back live. Paul Robinson up into third place now. Justin Bryce, Chalui right behind him. After a bit of netcode, settles back into P5. Unfortunately, he's got to make up all that work again. Very solid at the start there. Pritchard on the back of Cieslawski. Cieslawski on the inside, trying to get the crossover. Black in the middle behind Kiddas now, trying to hide back there. He knows Kiddas is going to be strong enough. Those two have been together all through race 1. But now we're in race 2 and it's 3 wide coming down the back there. Pritchard just ahead in P7. Eric Chantry out in front by himself. Look at the gap there. He's over 2.6. Oh, I bet he's overshot the back. He's got Collins behind. Looks like he overshot on the back straight. Oh, Paul Robinson just holding on there. That's the rear, the hairpin at the back of the circuit. You can see on the infield, it's the horse racing course. Unfortunately, this course is actually being ripped down as we speak. No longer. Oh, Chalui just gets it wide. Just watch Chalui come through this section here. Looks like he's hit the curb. Or he's run wide, he's missed the curb altogether, and that means he's going to hit the grass. Look at the tail end just go straight into the wall. Full 360, tries to keep it straight. The other guys have to go around him. And he settles back into P9. Scott Flack still back in P8 here. He's going to look after his tyres. He knows he should only do a one stopper. Go and see what the tyre selection is for these guys before we head into the first pit stop. Baker out already again. And everyone else on softs at the moment. No super softs to be found as we continue on. Up front, Eric Chandra now. 2.8 seconds ahead of Matt Collins. There he is. Look at him charging through. Chandra with the fastest lap of the race so far, a 101.8. And Matt Collins trying as hard as he can to get there. His last lap was a 102.7, taking on over half a second off Chandra on that lap alone. Then it's Wayne Walker. Here we go. This is where they're challenging. All the way from the back of the field. Now he's picking off drivers one by one. Showing the skills of a true champion. So we've got a few battles ensuing through the field now. It's Kiddas stretch away from Flack. And we've got Pritchard in between. Falling back there, or Flack coming in hot on the back of Pritchard there. That's Bradley Martin for the Caterpillar Ford Mustang back in P9. Racing with us from Queensland, formerly New South Wales. As he takes that Mustang around for the 8th time of 50. A long race this one, 50 minutes. There's no room to take a break on this circuit. Only this back straight you get about 5-6 seconds of stretching your fingers on the steering wheel. Other than that, it's all on. Chalui out as well. He's retired, so we'll go back to Paul Robinson. He'll have Alex Kiddas breathing down his neck pretty soon. Starting to heat up down the front now. Eric Chantro, Collins, Walker, there they are, your top three. and they're closing in on Chandra, racing from Indonesia. For HM Engineering, the number 86 car, very solid with racing with us for the last 2 seasons, both in British Touring Car and the V8s, and now in the NASCAR. So if you're interested in NASCAR, definitely check out our Discord channel. Invites are down below in the description. Get on board, just come and join the community and have some fun. So there you have your top 5 on the back straight. Chandra, Collins, Walker, Bryce and Robinson. Our tyres starting to become an issue here. Only after 9 laps, not even a fifth of the way through, 20%. Yes, I can do my maths. Still defending, although Collins took out a full second on him last lap. Chandra crossing with a 103.7 and Collins a 103.6, so the gap's starting to come down now. Maybe Matt Collins is starting to look at his tyre wear and saying, oh, I better back off here and make this stretch out a bit. I cannot afford to come in and do 2 pit stops in a 50 lap race. He's going to lose too much ground there. We're only on lap 10 of 50, a fifth of the way through there now, and the gaps are closing. There they are. You see the timing screen, all within a second of each other. We've got Robinson and Kiddas further back, although Kiddas has got the gap under a second, and Black is there as well. He's definitely conserving those tyres, Black. Hoping for it to be just a one-stopper. Considering the guys only had about 5 or 10% tyre left at the end of a 20-lap race, they've definitely got to stretch this out at least 5 more laps, which is a long way to go on a bad set of tyres. The worse the tyres get, the harder it is to control, and then the more tyre wear you lose because you're fighting to keep the car on track. If you're watching online and you go down the description, you can actually see the stats live. Live telemetry. Just follow the link in the live timing. As we're watching the lead of the race, Eric Chandra still out in front with Matt Collins. And this is your top 3 closing right in. Who's your money on? Let us know in the comments. So far it's Wayne Walker. He's got the 2 leaders in front of him, right in his windscreen. Just that body roll, that body transfer from the right to left and right again. Nice tight hairpin. Look how tight the racing's getting now. Beautiful shots here from New Zealand, not a cloud in the sky. Temperatures around the mid-20 degree mark. Wayne just nursing this car through, maximising the whole track, letting the track work for him, taking those curves. Oh, we're closing in. Are we going to see a move? Down the back straight, Kenny tuck into the breeze and the draft there. So on board with Matt Collins looking back at Wayne Walker. Will he make the move up the inside? No, he's too strong, Matt Collins. And then he's got Eric Chandra in front, so look at that. This is the battle. Oh, you can't make mistakes like that coming out of the corner, and he's protected the inside. He knows exactly what he's done. Will he try and go up the inside of Chandra? Oh, he's doing the drifting and his dirt skills. Oh, Wayne Walker, Matt Collins side by side. There he is. Just stay behind him. That's it. Use the drive. You can see the tail just wagging. This is them trying to get on the gas. Wayne's trying to get away from him. Wayne's just braking early, protecting those tires. Look how close this is. Oh, he's going to get up the inside. No, he's not. He's just threatening. Seeing a bit of space there coming out of that corner, but now his next victim is Eric Chandra. Rompo at the back of Eric Chandra now, trying to get up the inside in the hairpin. Nice and easy. Chandra just guiding that gas pedal through, but now it's full pelt down the back straight. Looks like we've got back markers up ahead as well, so this will make it very interesting. Great racing up here in front, 15 laps down of 50. Still a lot more racing to go, but this is definitely delivering for us right now. We're happy about it. It's the closest battle on track. Collins trying to do all he can to stay in check. It looks like Robinson and Flack are together further down. Let's have a look at that one. Kiddas further up the road. Justin Bryce circulating in P4. His last lap was a 104.2. Kiddas behind him was a 103.4, so he's lost 0.8 of a second. 8/10 on Kiddas there, just on that lap alone. Is this where they're getting into the tyre conservation part of the race? 15 laps down, they've got to stretch these tyres out for another 10 laps at least. We might even get an undercut here, which will definitely pay dividends if they maximise it. So if they come in early, and Wayne Walker now taking the lead from Chandra. Chandra coming in the pit lane. Oh, what's happened to Chandra? Oh, we're going to have to go back to the reel, see what happened. Oh, watch this, he's come around the corner last time. Don't hit that grass, don't hit that grass. Oh, he's tank slapper all the way down the main straight. From the lead, he's lost it once again. His race coming to an end on the main straight. Doing a whip around, but now the car's damaged. Still circulating, he's still in P7. So, Wayne Walker out in front, Matt Collins. And then Alex Kiddas out of nowhere's up into P3. But here comes the gang. It's Justin Bryce, Paul Robinson, Scott Flack. Brycey coming into pit lane, and there's the undercut we were talking about. Very important to come in by yourself, because you do not want to come into pit lane with someone hot on your heels. You just won't be able to pull it up in time. And Justin Bryce, the first one to blink on lap 17. That's a two-stopper for sure. That is way too early to be pitting for a one-stopper. And he's falling down, but his strategy may work. Okay, so Collins up into P2. Still within 2 seconds of the leader, Wayne Walker. Could be getting a second stage out of those tyres and gaining on Walker at this stage. Alright, so we've got Robinson and Flack, the closest battle on track at the moment. Nice and slow for that hairpin. Just gradually getting up the gears through here. Nice sweeping sections here, but you've got to hit every mark nice. Just dip down, let the car roll around for you. And get back on the gas and stretch it out. Hopefully not hitting that grass. definitely flirting with that track edge. We saw Eric Chandra losing the lead. 2 laps to go. And now down into P7, P6 now. After Justin Price has pitted for his tyres. Oh, I see some dust up ahead. That looks like Kidas on lapping Troy Cieslawski. Cieslawski trying to stay out of everyone's way. But Honey Bunny's currently in P4. Just had a Scott Flack just getting the slide on into that hairpin. So that gap's opening up now. And Collins is still chasing down Walker. Making some inroads too. Will he make these tyres last, or will Collins have to come in and pit twice? Currently on a set of softs. Big call. They may be able to have done this on a set of hards, but Wayne Walker's stretching this out. He's going to make it to lap 25, but how strong will he be towards the end of that stint? Okay, through the field, Braden Pritchard settling into P7 at the moment. He's got a bit of a gap in front and behind, so he's quite comfortable there. And then it's Bradley Martin for the Caterpillar Ford Mustang. He's moved up into P8 at the moment. Justin Price after his pit stop. And he's now on a, what looks like a set of super softs. So he knows he's got to come in once again, so he's going to stretch out those super softs. My telemetry is saying softs, but definitely looks like super softs. Anywho, looks like Stoddard's coming into the lane as well. So he's been and gone. He's coming out on a fresh set of tyres. Still on a set of softs. Someone just crashed out there. Not too sure who that was. P7, was that Pritchard? That was Pritchard losing his front spoiler again. Unfortunately, don't think he's going to last that long. He's probably going to have to come and pit in the next 5 laps and get that splitter replaced with a new set of tyres. So that was Pritchard moving out of P7, although he's still maintaining P7 at the moment, so not that bad. Stoddard just ahead, but not ahead on track position. He's actually in P11 at the moment. So I'll feature Kidas. Kidas has been quite solid in P3 for the last 5 or 10 laps now. From the rear of the field, just working his way through with Wayne Walker leading him out through the field, protecting him. And now Wayne Walker's gone on to lead the race so far, and Kidas sitting in P2. This is what happened in Melbourne, where Matt Collins split the teammates. And Kidas just ragging that car around. Just missed someone getting a penalty there. Not too sure who that was, but we'll find out later as they go to pit. So we see Paul Robinson just getting the back end out as he joins the back straight. And looks like Flack's charging up now, gaining, although very similar first sectors for these two. Just a cigarette paper between them. Nice and smooth through this section. Keeping it well under control, looking after those tyres, not overheating them at all. Once these tyres overheat, they're very hard to get back. And this track does not allow you to go in a straight line and cool them down. They're always under load and high speed load as well. I think that's Collins in pit lane. There he is, lap 23, almost done it. This could be the undercut we're talking about as well on Wayne Walker. Let's see if this works out towards the end of the race. He's got to do it before Wayne Walker stretches that lead too far, as Collins is in for his fresh set. And it looks like he's gone back to the softs as well. So softs definitely the choice of compound for this race. As he exits, then Wayne Walker has come around the hairpin. A very short track, just over a minute. And this pit lane, this pit entry is very long on the entry. Short coming out. So now P7 coming out, sliding in just behind Justin Bryce, who has pitted for his set. But Collins will be very hot on that new set of rubber. You can see here already getting the run on Justin Bryce. Nice job done on fresh tyres. Justin's tyres are about 7 laps old now. Back in P9 after that earlier incident down the main straight from the lead of the race. Very unfortunate. Doesn't take much. That loaded side hits the grass and around they go. There's not much they can do about it. Very fortunate if you manage to do a full 360 and keep going without touching a wall, but unfortunately Eric's met the wall a couple of times tonight, race 1 and now in race 2. This is for position, so that's Craig Stoddart right behind him. Both a lap down at this stage, waiting for the leaders to pit. And Wayne Walker's still out in front now, that lead 10 seconds ahead of Kidas. And we've got Flack in the lane as well. So Scott Flack rolling in the lane. So watch where he comes out with Collins, although Collins has already gone through. Watch that gap to Wayne Walker in front. Walker's in the pit lane as well now. Here he is. You can see how slow this pit lane is, allowing all the other drivers to race around the 1 minute circuit. You really got to be tight and get in and out as quickly as possible. Oh, struggling to find his mark here. Oh, he's wasted a lot of time there, so let's go back to Collins, see where he's at. He's on the hairpin, so Walker. Collins really needs to maximise this as Walker is rolling out of pit lane. Paul Robinson in for his fresh set. So Collins coming around the front straight. He's going to get the momentum. And Walker is still rolling out of pit lane. Valuable time there. Okay, so this will be the race to the end with 24 laps to go. We've got to watch this. Maybe Collins needs to start conserving those tyres. He's absolutely ragging that car around the circuit in the current lead with Wayne Walker behind Justin Bryce, who has pitted for tyres, but we definitely predicted he'll be in again for another set. Everyone choosing softs at this stage. Kiddas still in point. Oh, hold on, Brycey. All right, and then Bryce, here we go. This is the battle that's been going all night long. Oh, Flack just gets it done underneath. On board with Flacky. This is the replay. This is how we got it done under brakes. Nice job there. Alright, so we're back live. Flacky up into P5, just ahead of Paul Robinson. Kidas is there, posting fast laps, so he must have come in to the pits for his fresh set of tyres. There's Collins out in front, 6 seconds ahead of Bryce in P2, but almost coming together with Czeslowski. And Walker's a further 2 seconds back, so let's say 8 seconds, 8.5 second lead Matt Collins has over Wayne Walker. Now that undercut definitely worked for Collins, but will that affect him towards the end of the race? The questions will be answered in another 23 laps. Matt Collins coming round for the lead, taking us into lap 28. Justin Price, and here comes Wayne Walker in third position. Thought I heard someone hit the deck there, and we may see it on this corner, and that was Bradley Martin. I'm sure he coming for a fresh set of tyres as well. Maybe fatigue setting in for him as Wayne Walker comes around the outside. Just tucks in and slots in front of Justin Price there. That's the job done for Wayne Walker up into P2. Now the gap is definitely 8 seconds to Matt Collins. Wayne Walker's last lap was the fastest lap of the race with a 101.485, and Matt Collins on the same lap did a 102. So just to give you some perspective, Wayne Walker's coming down the main straight, about to head in the back straight, but it looks like Collins is already halfway down the back straight here. We'll show you. And there he is, coming down on the reverse angle. You can see the blues in the background, and that is your visual gap to the lead of the race so far. Walker doing everything he can, pushing that car as hard as he can, chasing this matte black Monster Energy vehicle up in P1. Collins has been itching for a race win all year long. He knows he can do it. He's not good at setting, he's not as good at setting up the car as Wayne Walker, but he's doing the best job he can and doing a great job towards the mid part of race 2, our feature race, 50 laps. Only 20 laps to go for these guys. It's not long, but it's a long time when you've got the pressure of the blue mobile coming in behind. But he's absolutely hitting those marks and posting some fantastic sectors. Wayne Walker still closing in almost 2 seconds a lap there. The gap now down to 5 seconds to Wayne Walker. Justin Price in the third place. He's got Alex Kiddis behind. There he is, Alex Kiddis charging down Justin Price. Price has got to come into the pit once again, I suspect, as he pitted on lap 18 or 17. That's the gap closing in. That's the difference on tyres. We're on board now with Alex Kiddis. Justin Price just in front. Down the inside, but not enough room there. Price is leaving it open, but he needs that to get the car down, braking in a straight line, then settle down through the gears, second gear, then back up into third pretty quickly, just to look after those rears. So it's a drag race down the back straight now. up the nose of Justin Bryce. Great overtaking move and great camera work for the crew out here today. As Kiddas solidifies position 3 for now. Alright, so Colin's still out in front, doing the best he can to get to that checkered flag as soon as he can. He's got 18 laps to go. He knows he can do it, he's just patience, it's going to come to him. Thought I heard a little mistake from Wayne Walker, but look at the way Collins gets around that corner so smoothly. The fastest I think we've seen here tonight coming around that hairpin. So we go through the field, it's Kiddas in third. There's Justin Bryce behind there, and then Scott Flack in the red Super Pro. Got that tail out, crossed to him right as that happened. Paul Robinson coming out of the hairpin, he's in P6. Troy Kozlowski giving room to him. Then it's Craig Stoddart up into P7. Great job from him. We saw he pitted early as well, so will he need to pit again towards the end? We'll find out soon enough. Bradley Martin in a Caterpillar Ford Mustang. He's sitting in P8 at the moment. There's Braden Pritchard. Got that front splitter back on and he's charging through the field, lapping 3 seconds ahead of the position in front, and that's Eric Chandra behind. So this is a great little battle going on behind for position as well. This is P9 and 10. Eric Chandra from HM Engineering, do the best he can. Look after those tyres and that damaged car. Closing in under brakes there, you can just see the gaps reducing. And then it's Troy Kozlowski in P11. All right, back up front. We're within 3 seconds gap now with Wayne Walker just chipping away at that lead. Just bringing that back out right at the right angle, and Justin Bryce coming back into the lane, and that's lap 34. So he's still got 17 laps to go, or 16 after he exits. How much of an impact can he make on those fresh set of tyres while the other guys are struggling? Okay, Wayne Walker into P2, chasing down Matt Collins. The gap down to 2.2. Matt cannot afford to be caught up with back markers here. And these guys have been given the blue flag. Off into the grass he goes. Trying not to get in the way of these guys out in front, because this will be a great battle. And it'll come down to the last 5 laps. Oh, Collins just getting wide there, but he's got a good run coming out. Look at that top speed, 230, 200, just under 250, 249 it was. Coming down the main straight. Right, down a second. Just slightly on the gas and off it goes into third really quickly. Carrying a lot of momentum through the front. So it's Matt Collins versus Wayne Walker. We can see Walker put 1 second on Collins that last lap. And the gap's 1.2 at the moment. Oh, and that's Justin Bryce. That's not for position. Justin Bryce is trying to charge back, and he's getting back through Wayne Walker. Wayne giving Justin Bryce the inside line. He knows that he's on fresh rubber, and he knows he's Justin Bryce is going to interrupt Matt Collins out in front. So this is a battle all evening. We're excited to see how it's going to turn out. Bryce is charging through the field on that new set of rubber. Will he try and get up the inside and unlap himself? Because the leading two are lapping to Justin Bryce. Matt's got to look after his tyres, so he should say let him go, and he does go wide, letting Justin Bryce go through. There he goes, he's going to go through. So now that brings the 2 leaders back together again. Justin Bryce getting up on the 2 wheels. He wants to get out of there as quickly as he can. And he's on a fresh set, so let him go. He's a lap down. Now it's down to these 2. And that's exactly what's coming now. For the next 13 laps, we're going to be watching these 2 side by side. So they're doing very comparative lap times on that last lap. You can see the gap there, 1/1000s, 5 1,000s. That's a gap from the back of Collins' car. That's what he can see in his rear vision mirror. You can imagine now suddenly finding a blue car just hiding behind, waiting. Looks like Wayne's just looking after his tyres here, taking the tighter line, not pushing it too hard. It's a fantastic effort from Collins. Let's try and cheer him on, bring him home, see how he goes. But the gap closing in now. Get very, very close. Wayne now just threatening every corner, trying to unsettle Collins. You can see the front end of Wayne Walker's car just getting up, getting a bit of air. Very tight hairpin. Collins is doing this on raw talent. Not much on the setup of the car. Oh, Collins just closing that gap now. Will we see him go up the inside here or go out and try and cross over? Oh, he's just happy to sit there for now. Oh, I can see him move under brakes here, get the draft, get the pull. Side by side they are now. Wayne Walker up the inside. Who's going to hold firm? Oh, there's side by side. Collins is going to come back, force the issue. It's a great battle on now. It's Collins out in front, Wayne Walker. This for the lead of the race, and we've got 11 laps to go. Very long, drawn out race. This really challenges the guys' endurance. The first race only 20 laps long. Literally a sprint when the second race is 2.5 times the distance. But the different strategies here, we saw Collins coming in a couple of laps early and Wayne Walker just missing his spot and losing valuable track time in the pit lane. But now it's down to position on the track. Up to 6th gear. Is he going to try the outside? No, he's going to tuck in. Just waiting for Collins to make a mistake, but he's not doing it. He's so determined to win this race, and he deserves it too. He's led most of the racing so far. There's plenty of opportunities going up the inside, forcing the issue. The gap under 3/10. Down the main straight for the 41st time. 10 laps to go. You just hear the ripples resonating through the cockpit. Oh. Nice and easy on the gas there. You can see Collins carrying that momentum through, stretching out, getting on the gas earlier. But Walker's pulling in on that. And this is when Collins is protecting that line. Here it goes, he's going to go up the inside. Collins is going to go long, there it goes. And that's the end of that battle. We'll see where Collins holds up, waits up for Walker. He's bringing the gap back. So no track position gained on that move. They've reconnected, so now it's back to a 9-lap race towards the end. I'll try and bring you action across the track as it comes to hand, but this is the battle at the moment. We don't want to leave this right now. It is too hot. Stay tuned. Walker right on the back bumper of Collins here. Will we get the draft advantage? Will Collins block that inside again? He's got to cover that inside if he wants to stay there. He's done enough to take this corner for another lap. And then what's he going to do for the next one? Will he come on the inside or will he let Walker on the inside? He knows that Walker's not going to take that inside. It's going to chew up your tyres too much. So it's just a sprint to the start-finish line. Oh, Walker's coming down a couple of gears. That used to be a 5th gear turn, now it's a 4th gear turn. That's exactly what you do when the tyres get old. You start using the car to get to rotate, not depending on the mechanical grip of the tyres. Walker going wide to get on the gas earlier, tucking in that draft once again. Here it goes. Side by side, down into the left corner. He couldn't do it anymore. He's going to try and get back underneath. But now he's let him through. It's like a pop cork. It's just going to go now. Collins is going to do all he can to stay with him as much as he can, because we're lap 43 of 50. Only 7 laps to go, 7 minutes racing. Can he do it? Will Wayne Walker make one more mistake as he did in pit lane? It doesn't look like it. He's too solid of a driver, but anything can happen, and Collins will be there to pick up the pieces and take the win. Now Wayne Walker's just sliding that car through. On fresher tyres than Matt Collins by about 4 or 5 laps, so this is where the health of the tyres. And here comes Alex Kiddis as well. So Kiddis was lapping just the same as the front two. So he's not gaining too much. All right, we'll quickly go through Alex Kiddis in the P3. Scott Flack out by himself, lapping in the 105s at the moment. Fastest lap was a 101.9. He's in P4. Paul Robinson, tribute to his pet rabbit that passed away recently, Honey Bunny. And he's sitting in P5. Very valuable points for him. And Justin Bryce, after a second pit stop, is back up into P6 ahead of Brad Martin in P7. So Justin Bryce absolutely smashing it out there. Bradley Martin very solid in P7 at the moment. And he's the first of the guys that have been lapped so far. Braden Pritchard is going to keep him company very soon as he's coming up into P8. And he's taken half a second off Brad Martin in front of him. Eric Chandra still back in P9, unable to recover with that damaged car, unfortunately. And if you didn't see it, make sure you watch the replay as he was leading the race. Unfortunately, just clipped the grass and had no chance of holding on to that as it hit the wall. Craig Stoddart smashing the lap times at the moment on another set of tyres. Currently in P10, and there's Troy Cieslacki in P11. Alright, back up front, Wayne Walker stretching that lead out just under 2 seconds now. With 5 laps remaining, it's Kidas still in P3. We can see Justin Bryce just carving it up through the field on that fresh set of tyres. They're probably starting to get a bit old now as he came in around 37 I think. No, 34 it was. So I said he had 16 laps to go once he came out. So in the 12 laps he's definitely gained and tried to soften the blow from needing a 2 pit stop. He's doing a great job of that as we saw him overtake the leaders of the race to unlap himself. So now I'm trying to figure, no, this isn't for position, so he's out there. Wayne Walker is behind there, we can see, coming onto the main straight. And there's Matt Collins and Alex Kidas slowly closing in on Matt Collins. Kidas lapping 4 tenths faster than Collins in front. So if that continues, do we have enough time to take that position? It doesn't look like it with 4 seconds to go and only 3 laps to do it as he takes a nice wide line, almost drifting around that hairpin. There's a bit of a dip in that hairpin as well, so the car can really get down and compress and get on the gas nice and early to launch themselves out of that towards the front straight there as we're watching Wayne Walker coming through. So Craig Stoddart just letting Justin Bryce there through now. Gap to Paul Robinson is over 27 seconds. So he's just got to settle in there. Oh, and Troy Cieslacki outbroke himself, taking out Craig Stoddart. And that's not for position. So we're on board with Troy Cieslacki. Watch this locking up. Craig Stoddart just giving Justin Bryce some room to get through, and then it's pulled him up in line for the Troy Cieslacki slide. Here, 8 and 9, Pritchard and Chandra are together as well. So it looks like they're close for position. That is for position on track. And there's Bradley Martin just up ahead. So that's almost a 3-way battle for P7 that is. But is there enough laps? We've only got 2 laps to go. And Wayne Walker's stretched out that lead to over 8 seconds now. Collins really hurting on those older tyres. Did a fantastic job to hold him up for that long. And Kidas is a further 5 seconds. So Collins stretching his lead out as it looks like Kidas made a mistake there. And he's dropped back. His last lap was a 1:14. So this looks like it's hotting up. These guys have only got 2 laps to sort it out because Brad Martin has now got to defend with an ever-charging Braden Pritchard and Eric Chandra. This is for position. It's all compressing now with 2 laps to go. Actually make that 1 lap to go because we are on the final lap of the race. And the leader is coming onto the back straight right behind these guys. So these guys will be able to race it out, and we'll tune back in to these guys as they do it. we've got the leader coming down the back straight, but this is where the race is at the moment. Braden just chewing up that time to Bradley Martin out in front. Oh, and he's got the position done. But we're going to watch Wayne Walker now just absolutely sliding it through. Here he comes for the last time of the night. Across the line, 2 wins from 2. Great race from Wayne Walker. And that's him taking check at ahead of a very impressive drive. And come on, keep it on. And very impressive drive from Matt Collins for P2. Scott Flack up into P3. Where is Alex Kiddas? We've missed all that while we've got that, and Scott Flack makes his way onto the third step of the podium. Congratulations to him, that's P3. And Alex Kiddas is back in a P5 while Paul Robinson crosses the line in P4. So 2 massive costly mistakes from Alex Kiddas, and Braden Pritchard coming up behind. So it's Justin Bryce, but Pritchard in for 7. Then Bradley Martin, Eric Chandra all in a line for 8, 9 and 10. Craig Stoddart already pulled the pin. So Alex Kiddas, just going to try and see where you made that mistake and lost that position. Oh, he's overshot at the back straight. So there it is. Alright, so Wayne Walker, Alex Kiddas, the 2 teammates side by side. And that brings us to the race results. So it's Wayne Walker taking home P1 and the race win for the night. Matt Collins, very gallant in P2, ahead of Scott Flack, getting a free run with Paul Robinson for 3 and 4, while Alex Kiddas slips back from 3rd to 5th, unfortunately. Justin Bryce, very commendable P6 after 2 pit stops there. Braden Pritchard, after losing that front splitter, recovers very well, takes the last position on the last lap to come up into P7. Ahead of Bradley Martin, who just ran out of tyres, could not defend anymore. Eric Chandra coming home P9. And then Stoddard in your top 10. P11 is Troy Cieslawski. Then Andrew Chilui pulled out early with electrical issues, and David Baker having all sorts of issues as well. Not his night tonight, finishing in P13. So that is the end of tonight's racing. We hope you enjoyed it. It's been an eventful night here at Pukekohe, and this is in place of our Taupo round, which we couldn't bring to you on the R Factor platform. So tonight it was Pukekohe. Hopefully we'll have that for you next year in the 2025 season. So that concludes the racing for tonight, and I hope you enjoyed us. Make sure you tune in to the next round at Barbagallo. So that's on the 15th of May. Make sure you tune in for that one. Try and be part of that one as well. Join us online. Hit the Discord link in the description, and make sure you're there with us on the 15th of May as we head to Barbagallo in Perth in the V8s. With the amount of cars that we'll get for that round, we'll have a fantastic show for you installed as well. So make sure you tune into the YouTube channel. If you're watching our other leagues, we've got the NASCAR League, and the next race is on the 22nd of May, which is at Mid-Ohio. That's a round 3 of the V8 round, the NASCAR round, I should say. A mix of road and oval rounds and circuits for that one, so make sure you tune in. And again, if you love that sport, definitely more than welcome to join us by hitting that Discord link. Alright, so that concludes the racing for tonight. We hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you hit the like, let us know that you love it, and we'll see you on the next round. Alright, until then, have a good night.